marriage on today, and we're just gonna wing it because it was just a topic that came up to me this morning when I was in my early rising. And so I just thank God for Him giving us the opportunity just to be here on today. I thank God for uh, it's been maybe 2 years now, maybe 3 years that I haven't had an opportunity to do my what's it called, love marriage. I mean marriage after the wedding, and I did that for a couple of years, and because we've been in this transition from moving from Beaufort to Charleston, and then not building of our own yet, I haven't done marriage after the wedding, but God gave me marriage after the wedding a long time ago. And when we started doing it, some people get caught up in the whole being married part of marriage. They just want to be all in the beginning stages of it, where you just, you want to plan the wedding and have the best wedding ever, and you want it the colors to be like this, and you want the decorations to look like this, and you just want everything perfect, um, with no flaws. And that's fine if that's how you want, your wedding and everything to be, because everybody's entitled, to feel however they want to feel on that day, because it's your day. It's not just the bride's day, it's not just the groom's day, but it's I would say it's everybody's day. The bride and the groom, they're to getting together and putting it together. But it's a day for everybody. If people are coming there to celebrate with you, if they're coming and being one in a number, then it's a day for them as well. And so, we start out. What is the 8430?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Go ahead. Keep doing what you're doing. I got this. I got this.
This man don't know
I
what
got
number he
this.
putting
I
up
got
there.
this.
But if when you starting out with a wedding, and the whole being married part, and at first we think that's how marriage is supposed to be. It's supposed to be, everything is supposed to be perfect. Everything is going to be, to the T, to the letter. But that's not how it always is. When you're married, let me tell you, you're going to have some joys, you're going to have some pains, you have some ups and downs, but it's how you handle each and every situation that you face. It's how you handle each and every obstacle that comes in your way. We have to think about marriage after the wedding. The wedding is fine. There's nothing wrong with having a wedding, but it's the whole marriage part after all of that. After we've done all of that, and we showed everybody our nice dress, and showed everybody our nice tux or our suits or whatever it is that we have on, for our occasion. It's what you do after that day, is what really counts, and what really will cement your marriage. Because a lot of times, I heard Derek say this, to couples that we've ministered to, or we've counseled. If you make it past year 4, what's the year 4? Year 5. If you make it to year 5, then you're gonna last beyond
You
that.
can last.
Yeah, you
You
can, like, but I say sometimes for some people, if you make it through the first 2 years, you know, it's a good thing, because I know a lot of people that just give up, you know, through it all. Sometimes everybody don't know how to, or I wouldn't say everybody, but some people don't know how to face obstacles. They don't know how to face tests and trials. And when too many tests and trials come to some people, they just give up. They like, I ain't with this. I didn't know it was gonna be like this. This is not how it was at the wedding. This isn't how everything was supposed to be. And who are we to say that this is not how it's supposed to be? It's a big difference when you're in a marriage, and you got a bunch of infidelity going on, and you got a bunch of abuse, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. If you're in those kind of relationships, then no, that ain't nothing that you need to continue to stick and stay in. And even, I've seen people go through the whole phase of, being in relationships, and then they have been faced with these different things like infidelity and all these different things like that. and they've been able to go back and work it out. They've been able to go back and work it out because they come to the conclusion that, okay, I messed up somewhere down the line. You messed up somewhere down the line. We can forgive each other. And you people like to say just forget about it, but let me tell you something. The truth of the matter is you're not gonna forget about it. It's always gonna be in the back of your mind. And Derek might not even agree with me, but I say it's gonna be in the back of your mind some way, shape, or form. You might not always act on it, but it's still gonna be in the back of your mind in some way, shape, or form. Especially if you in a relationship and that individual goes out and then there's a child involved, or someone gets pregnant, or somebody gets somebody pregnant. It's always going to be there. But if you can work through it, you're going to make it through it. You're going to, if you say, okay, I forgive you, let's just move on. Do not start with me, Charlie Gillison. But I know sometimes you just have to understand that if you can face all these obstacles and these tests and these trials, the point is you gotta want to make it work. You gotta want to say, I know we've been had these ups and downs. I know we faced some difficult times, some difficult tasks. You might have messed up. I messed up. But let's learn how to forgive one another. If we can't learn to forgive one another, we better not preach that in church, because we'll be hypocrites. Because we're sitting up there telling our congregation to learn how to forgive one another, but we can't forgive our spouses. We can't forgive our spouses when we mess up, or when they mess up. You have to learn how to forgive. You don't necessarily have to forget about it, but forgive people and learn how to move on with when obstacles and like this come out. Right, Derek. Um, Charlie Gillison say, I don't know how Derek put up with you for 20 years. I just got 1,000 little happy faces. So y'all are a great couple, though. Whatever. 10 man.
Well, I just want to add to, a lot of times we talk about marriages and different things like that. What's the topic today?
Joys and pains.
Joys and pains. And that's it right there. You got joys and pains, right? When I heard you say the topic, and as you were talking just now, I'm thinking to myself, a lot of times we talk about marriage and like it's such a hard toil, and you got to do this, you got to do that. And then as I was sitting there, I was like, not really. What you got to be is friends. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because you don't your friendships that you have. Think about your friendships, the people that you consider really good friends to you.
Yeah.
You don't see them all the time. You don't agree with them all the time. You don't work hard at the friendship. You don't put a lot of thought into it, like you just like you got to do so much. If your spouse is your friend, really your friend,
Mm.
it's not hard. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're gonna do in just the living with that person and interacting with that person. You're gonna be creating memories constantly. Because if you're friends, we're always laughing, joking. We don't always see eye to eye. We don't always agree on everything, but we are friends. So with your friends, you can work through issues. Because think about your friends now. Your friends have ticked you off plenty of times,
Yeah.
made you mad, got on your
Yeah.
nerves. You stop speaking to them. Y'all fall out, get back together. You know what I'm saying? Your
Mhm.
friends. You know what I'm saying? So if your spouse is your friend, it's not that hard, because a lot of times when we sit around talking, we reminisce over our memories that we created. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We don't sit and dwell on the bad issues. We've had some, we got some, but we don't sit there picking at those sores.
Yeah.
So a lot of things that we remind ourselves about when you and I talk, we talk about places we stayed, experiences we had, and whether good or bad, we went through it together, and we laugh about it today because it's memories. It's done and gone. So we reminisce from time to time, but there's always a lot to remember, and sometimes we'll hit something and say, "Oh man, I forgot all about that." Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember this car. I remember that car. I remember that place we stayed. I remember that trip we took. But if you're sitting around with your spouse, it's supposed to be your friend, and you ain't doing nothing,
Right.
you ain't going nowhere, you ain't creating any memories. You know what I'm saying? If we talk about joys and pains of marriage, if you're not creating no joyous moments, and the pain, they gonna come without work. They just gonna come. Bills gonna come. Frustration gonna come. Bad news gonna come. People gonna die. You gonna get fired. You know, something gonna get repoed. The lights gonna go out. Something. You know what I'm saying? Life always got that. But you got to have the joy to balance it out. They had the song Joy and Pain, Frankie Beverly and Maze. Then Rob Bass came back and remixed and made a hip hop song, Joy and Pain. So we got to understand that I got to go out there and make joy. I got to make some memories. I got to make some good memories with the person I say this is my friend. So we hang out. We walk through Walmart together. We window shop. When we got money, we go out to eat. When we don't, we sit around. We might play a game. We might pull out the Uno cards. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do something. We gonna watch TV together. We gonna laugh about something. But if we don't do none of that, and it's supposed to be my friend, how is this really my friend if I'm not even friendly with her or with him? If that's your friend, if you ain't got if you stopped, maybe you used to do it in the beginning. You know how they like to say in the beginning, well, we used to. We were talking to a couple, and I was telling both of them, it's on both of them. It ain't just on the man or it ain't just on the woman. Either one of us can say, hey, babe, let's go. It don't matter who initiated, because we in this together. I might not feel like doing nothing, and sometimes my wife do. And she said, babe, come on, let's go do something. Okay, well, come on. I ain't thinking about nothing. Don't ask me what you want to do, because I ain't got nothing on my mind to do. But if you want to do something, we can show up do it. You understand what I'm saying? We got to get out of this. Stop acting like it's the other person. We always want to act like all the problems are the other person. Whatever problems you have, it's both of y'all. It's both of y'all. Because when you got married, you became one. So it ain't one other person's more fault than you. I don't care what you say. You can say, well, they cheated on me. They probably did. But there's a reason. There's something going on that makes a person feel like I ain't getting it here. I'm gonna go get it over there. I don't know if communication breakdown or if we stop, going out and having fun together, whatever it is. But it takes two to mess it up. It takes two to fix it.
Look, let me ask you a question because of what you just now said. You said when somebody cheats on somebody, you say it's the reason. Sometimes I don't think that it's always that of the individual. Sometimes it might be something within self that they just not satisfied within themselves. Because some people can just have like I'll say, a sex demon that they haven't dealt with, or a sex addiction that they haven't dealt with um, on the inside, and so they feel like, okay, well, I got married, but it's still so much more that I want to do. I might have somebody I can come home to and lay by, and I can still get what I want from them, but I still want to go out there. It's still I feel like it can go either way. If somebody could be dealing with something on the inside, or there could be something going on in the relationship as well.
It does go both ways. I'm saying it's always deeper than what it seems. And no couple can sit and say and point finger at the other person and say it's all their fault.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a lie. And if you keep telling yourself that lie, and people who do that, a lot of times, they get in relationship after relationship after relationship, and they all be bad. And when you look at that factor like that, you got to say, okay, if you a person, you don't went from this person to that person, this person, that person, and all of them did the same thing to you. What's the common denominator in all those equations? You. So we got to take a look at ourselves.
Right.
We too quick to want to point the other one. Yeah, a person might have a sex addiction, but if I'm gonna marry you, it's my job to find out who you are before I attach myself to you. So we're in a society where we don't do the marriage counseling no more. We don't want mama to tell us nothing. We don't want grandma to tell us nothing. I love him. I love her. I don't care. It's me and you against the world. And we ain't trying to get to know each other. We ain't really trying to be friends. We just want what we want. And then when all the dust settles, all the excitement and the glitter of all the shininess of the marriage hits the ground, and now it's just me and you standing there. Now we're looking at each other like, yeah, because you done jumped into something and you didn't really took the time. So if this person had this much going on, you don't think, and I'm asking this your question, if a person had these kinds of addictions and things going on, you don't think there was no telltale signs prior to these people attaching themselves to each other?
Oh, I'm sure sometimes that there are some signs, and then sometimes people tend to just like, okay, well maybe it's not what I'm thinking. I don't want to overreact. I look at it on from both sides. I don't want to look at it at one side, but sometimes it's like,
That's what I'm doing.
I don't want to judge. I don't want to be the one that's like, oh, maybe he just a sex addict or anything like that, or maybe they just got this issue. Sometimes people are so caught up and so lost or gone in a
Yes.
relationship
Yes.
or wanting to be in a relationship or even just wanting to be married that they avoid all the red flags or they look past all the red
And that's my
flags
point.
and then they continue on with the whole marriage thing.
Exactly. So that's why, and that's for that same reason, just how
Mm-hmm.
you broke it down. That's why I say what I say, because you can't blame that person because you ignored the red flags.
Right.
You can't blame that person because you said, "Oh well, it might not be that," when you saw it the first time, and you didn't think to pursue it or really dig deeper and find out. You know what I'm saying? Or like people might have, somebody might say, "Well, ain't got nothing to do with no sex, but he out there gambling every night." So he wasn't gambling when you met him. Or they say, "Well, she's so loose," but you don't bring up the part that you met her in the strip club. You know what I'm saying? We like to sugarcoat things. We like the things to be so simple. And once we don't let us get saved, and then we really want to act like, oh no, because I'm all in with the Lord. Yeah, but you met them before that.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So what they was doing, like you see people where the wife gets saved and the husband don't want to be saved, but y'all got together before you got saved. So just because you found God, you ready to give up on him and go get with the deacon or somebody else that or done got God. You ready to give up on them, but ain't nobody give up on you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We be so quick to throw in the towel, and we don't. And then, like I said, it's exciting in the beginning. So in the beginning, oh, we going out, we doing this, we doing that, and then you sitting there, now you sour. You don't even go out no more. You don't take me no. I ain't went taking my wife places. I like us to go places together. Sometimes we be in the store and we 23 years in, and she'll say, "Babe, you don't want to go over there to electronics department?" No, I don't. Don't send me nowhere. If that's where I want to go, we came in together. We got in the car together. We gonna walk around the store together. I'm gonna walk around in your little Pottery Barn and your little Michaels and everything, and then you come walk with me in your pet store and
Mommy
electronics.
wants
Come on over to the Lowe's and walk with me around there. Walk with me at Home Depot. Yeah, because we together. When you stop being together, what I'm trying to tell y'all is when you stop being friends, it's just a matter of time. I don't care who you are. If you ain't friends with that person, friends. I ain't talking about sex partners. I ain't talking about, oh, this is my ride or die. I'm talking about friends. If you're not friends, it's just a matter of time because people that are your friends, you will tolerate a
Mm-hmm.
lot more than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
The people I hung out with when I had my friends and we was going out, they got on my nerves all the time. But they was my friend. It was my boys. I got on their nerves. I had little idiosyncrasies and little things I would do with ear. I do things like all of us. We do things that it irritates everybody around us.
Right.
I don't care who you are. You do something that irritates people around you. But you tolerate that from your friends. Other people come around could do the exact same thing the exact same way. You be like, "Hey, get out my face with that, man. I ain't even playing like that."
Mm-hmm.
It's your friends.
I'm gonna comment on
If you ain't friends, there ain't gonna be no joys.
that.
All you got to remember is the pain.
Yep.
If all you do
And the
is be
upset.
spiteful towards each other, play tit for tat. You kill my dog, I'm gonna kill your cat. You know what I'm saying? We you doing that in the house with each other, and you don't think you piling up pain and the joys are shrinking.
Yep.
So it ain't but a matter of time for that pop, for that break apart. What's the comment?
This comment from Robin Wright. She said, "I've been on both sides of the track, and we both came to the realization that not communicating. My husband said he loved,
Hello.
huh?
I said hello.
My
What's up?
husband said he loved me, but didn't know how to love me. His parents were not affectionate, and mine were. I felt ignored totally, and he was all church.
That's important. That's important. And see, those are the kind of things that you find out in counseling.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, we especially the African American community, we don't realize how important that communication is. Only thing that you do in when you go to counseling is learning how to communicate.
Hmm.
And the only reason you need counseling because you're not communicating.
Yep.
You're not communicating in the house, so you need a moderator to mediate between the two of you.
Yep.
So those are things you find out. When we found out there's differences between us. She comes from a more playful family. I come from a more aggressive and angry kind of family. We look out for each other, but we from New York. We're a little more aggressive. We're a little more, you know what I'm saying? They aggressive, but it take them a minute before they get riled up. But once they get riled up, it's hard to rile them back down. But we understand that where she plays a lot, I play differently. So we had to first you got to recognize what it is. What is the difference is? Because I can't expect her to act like me, and she can't expect me to act like her.
Right.
But we find middle ground through our communication. Well, babe, I don't like this. Well, babe, I don't like that. I was raised by my grandfather cooking a lot of variety of foods. She wasn't raised with a lot of variety. They had a small menu. You know, some restaurants you go to just got a small menu.
No, I know. I could. My family can cook
Don't
anything.
get
I
defensive.
just.
Don't get defensive.
Yeah, I
Can I
got.
tell my? I didn't even finish telling my story.
But I gotta say this.
Okay, but let me finish, and
Don't say
then
I
you
was
can.
raised with a small variety. That's not
I'm
true.
just saying. Well, I don't know how she was raised. Don't care.
You
Anyway,
don't care?
she didn't cook the variety that I was used to, but because of compromise, she learned how to cook things that she didn't even eat. She still don't really eat, but she'll eat every now and then. She don't eat ribs. She don't eat turkey wings. Don't eat oxtails. Those things were main things in like weekly. We had them often. When she first met me and we first got together, she's like, I'm not cooking that because I don't eat it. But that's how you are when before you become friends.
Yep.
As you become friends, you know what you do? You go out your way for your friends and do things that you don't even care to do. My grandfather doesn't eat any meal without rice. He's a true Geechee to his heart. Even the whole time, 47 years in New York, never took the Geechee out of him. Cook a pot of rice every day for his entire life because he eats rice. He don't eat pasta, but he would fix spaghetti because he loved us. When my wife does something like that, that says to me, if she never says it out of her mouth, actions speak louder than words. When she cooks things that she don't eat, when she takes time to learn how to make something taste good that I used to didn't eat, I didn't eat peas, lima beans. Not, she's widened my diet because she makes it taste good. And I've had people put it in front of me. I taste it. I don't like it. I don't eat it. But now I look forward to it as long as she's cooking it. Our children have tried to cook like her. They'll cook something. I'll be like, who cooked these peas? I know my wife didn't cook these peas. I can't eat it. It don't even taste right. But that's about the love part. You see what I'm saying? That's the friendship part. Because you want to do for your friends. You want to go the extra mile. I ain't talking about just I don't like using the word love too much because you love a lot of people. I'm talking about friends. You like your friends. Think about it. When you were little, the people you hung out with, 90% of your day was with the people you liked, your friends. Your friend, you don't go around telling your friend, "Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you" all day. You might tell your girlfriend that, you might tell your mom that, you might tell, but you don't be with them all day. You understand what I'm saying? But when you got a friend, when you wake up, you be like, "Where my friend at?" When something exciting happened, you want to call him, and guess what? Right now to this day, 23 years in, my wife had an experience. She know I'm working during the middle of the day, but the experience was so great, she called me. And because she called me and trying to video chat me, I'm trying to pick up the phone, even though I'm trying to do my job, because she wanted to share something with me that was important to her. We friends. Sometimes y'all who ain't friends, stuff will happen in your life. The spouse find out months later. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that. But you done told your sister, your mama, your cousin, because they're your friends. You understand what I'm saying? It's friendship, man. If you're talking about joys and pains, you're talking about friendship. You talking about friendship because friendships can last through just about anything. But when you ain't friends, you looking for the first reason to be out. You looking for the first when it get real to that point, to that boiling point. You just waiting for one more thing to happen. The pop be like, see, let me get out of here. I'm packing bags, and sneaking out in the middle of the night, and all kinds of things. If you ain't got no joy, you ain't got no balance for that pain. Pain is automatic because we here on earth. You gonna get pain. You gonna get pain, but you got to make joy. You got to make some experiences. This is why we do what we do. Sometimes I think we were riding the other day, and you looked at me and said, "We ain't been out of town in a minute." And I was like, "Yeah, we ain't had no money in a minute, but we about to get it right, so we can go and do like we've been doing." Because those are the times that you reflect on when things get rough. When you sit back and you're like, "Yeah, but I do remember that time. It's a little tight right now. We can't do like we want to do, but we got memories, and those memories hold you through those rough times." Those mountaintop moments help you when you're in the valley because you got something to reminisce on. But when you ain't got nothing to reminisce on, and the minute you go in and start saying, well, they done did this, well, that make me think of this that they done did, and they ain't did this and they did that. Now, for you know it, you got a plethora of reasons on your plate, and it's all bad. It's all bad. If there's nothing to balance it out. Sometimes I get up, right now money's tight. Money's tight on everybody. COVID got everybody jacked up. It's been a rough year for everybody. But you know what? Sometimes we get up and we'll just fix one another breakfast. Just to say, hey, I ain't got no money, but hey, I love you. Little gestures. Or we'll get ready to do something. What? What?
Go ahead, man.
What's wrong with that?
Go ahead, man.
I'm just saying. Sometimes we slip into the shower together, and we don't be all sexual. It ain't like a scene from whatever the movie that your favorite movie. We ain't in there just jammed up, pressed against the glass or nothing like. Sometimes we just in, what we doing? Washing and talking. Come on, we up in age, y'all. It don't be sexy time every time you get wet, but it's just a mere fact. Sometimes the communication is always there. We get up in the morning sometimes, and I say every day we talk and talk and talk.
I got a question. We got a question.
But I'm saying I'm trying to just show you examples of how this is. And y'all, most of y'all that know us know for years. I always say this is my best friend. I don't have a large group of friends coming through the door, coming by the house, watching the game and all. This is my friend right here. Most times especially this whole season, she said when I'm watching the game, who I'm in here? I'm in here by myself watching the game. Sometimes she in the room, sometimes she not. But I was like, hey, the playoffs on or the game on.
I come out here just because he be out here, and I be saying, go Dallas. And whenever it seems like I just go against it because it's a team.
But that's what friends do. That's all I'm saying. What we did?
Okay, we got a question. First of all, let me clear something up before I read, Sister Jasmine's question. I can cook anything. Okay, when I met him, I don't eat like lima beans, and I don't like that. I don't like beans. I don't like peas. What's weird is I eat like Hoppin' Jones, which is weird, right?
I don't really like Hoppin' Jones.
And I eat that, but I don't. But things that he used to like turkey wings. I figured out how to cook it, so I cook anything. I just didn't like it, so I didn't cook it. But anyway, this is Sister Jazz question. She said, I got a question. Is a woman supposed to teach a man how to treat her? And I'm asking that because I saw a post on Instagram that said, do not teach a man how to be your man. The right one will know what to do and when to do it.
No.
And then we got another one right after that.
No, that's bull. Because there is no blueprint that is the right way to do a woman or right way to do a man. Everybody different. Doesn't even make sense. That's like the blueprint might say, oh, buy him flowers. She don't like flowers.
I don't like real flowers.
I've been stupid bringing in roses in here, spending all my money on roses because that's what the book say.
Yeah, and then I'll be thinking, who tell you to buy me this? Because good and well.
Doesn't even make no sense. Doesn't even make no sense. The right thing to do is, if your spouse, your man, whoever don't know how, what you don't know what you like, tell them.
Help them.
Now it's a problem when you don't know what you like. That's the problem. See, because a lot of times we ain't sure what we want. You know how sometimes you got that feeling like, I want something to eat. What you want? I don't know. You just, yeah. Nobody can help you with that.
No.
But to go off of, and if you will be a lonely somebody waiting around thinking, oh, they just got to know. Like, if you're just gonna sit there quiet and wait for somebody to bust up and know what's going on with you, okay, you're gonna have a lot of cats.
Yeah, and
when
then,
you get older, you can be a house full of cats.
Yeah, and then aside from that is when me and Derek met, we were in the '90s. But when we met, let me tell y'all something. I know what he liked, and he know what I like. So you gotta help one another. You gotta teach him if he come like he know.
I bought you them open-toe shoes.
Oh my God, I'm gonna tell y'all about that.
I thought I hit the. I was like, oh, I got my baby this year.
Everybody knows
open-toe slide type shoes.
Everybody that know me know shoes is my thing. Okay, so it's like in the beginning stages of our marriage. He went and he bought me these pair. I call them clippity clops. Like
just a little strappy
on with the little kitten heel on it. And this
I had two pair.
Yeah,
two bright colors.
You had
like
a lime
yellow
green and an orange pair.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
And it had like a little scrap across the toe, and you just slide your foot in there. I look at them shoes. I say,
I thought I've been doing good.
Oh my God! I say, oh, thank you. I take the shoe in my. I say, well, I be doggone. Where you going at with these shoes?
Yeah, I've been crushed when I found out she didn't like them.
Let me tell you something.
She kept them a while.
After a while, he was like, how come you never wear them shoes? And then I eventually had to say, man, Bo, I don't like no shoe like this. This ain't for me. I can't wear this shoe, man.
That's the kind of stuff happen before you communicate. So you keep waiting on, you're going to keep getting disappointed.
Yeah.
You're going to be mad all the time.
You gotta talk, and do different things. And I can't. I see the kind of things that, he like. I watch him, and I see the kind of things that, he used to wear when we first met. And he'll tell you, if he tell the truth today, I buy most of his clothes. Yeah, I bought most of his clothes that's in his closet. Why? Because he was dressing like Dolomite them still, and I was like, man, you got to be.
You just said we met in the '90s.
Look, man, you got to be.
Nah, I done went back and got some. You got people thinking, what you was wearing, bell bottoms and butterfly collars?
That man had a members only. Did you have that members only jacket? Okay, let me read Leslie comment. Good evening. My husband work 5 days a week, and he be tired when he come home. So we set aside the weekend. We go to the stores and to the Sands, and we will walk and talk. Or we just go for a ride in the car and ride all day long, eat lunch, and then we go back into the stores or just window shopping and end up coming out with bag and bag. We've been married for 12 years now. Looking and enjoying every bit of it. Couldn't ask for a better thing. And that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
That's a good thing, Leslie.
Because she said, my husband work 5 days a week. I'm like, what you said? Almost all of us work 5 days a week. That's like a normal schedule. That's
a good thing.
Like, he be working. What do he do? What do he do? I need to know what he do.
No, you don't need to know
that threw me off. You talking about my husband work 5 days a week, Leslie? We all work at least 5 days a week. So you ain't got to throw that up there.
Listen here, that's a good thing, Leslie. Let me tell you
something. He be tired. Me too.
What you ask?
I'm tickled.
Because let me tell you something. A lot of time when men they'll use it as an excuse, like, man, I done be working all week. I just want to relax on the weekend, or I just want to. I don't want to go anywhere. When you see somebody doing all that, or they acting like they just don't want to do nothing with you, you're gonna have to question that. You're gonna have to find out what it is that's going on. Well, okay, well, what you had get married for? Because you just need somebody to lay by you in the bed. Yeah. That's not gonna work.
If they're doing that,
so for them to be working 5 days a week and still make time for the relationship to keep it spark and keep the marriage going, that's a great thing.
Yeah,
because some people, they'll come up with an excuse why they just don't want to do things, but that's when you gotta know that you like the person that you're going home to. I tell people this all the time. You gotta like the person. You can't just love them, but you gotta like. I like going home. I like being around my husband. Some people is like, oh my God, I just don't even want my husband around. I don't want my wife around. Like, why are you around? Why are you here? You still here? You still live here? When you feel like that, you just don't want to be in that relationship no more. And ain't no need to be stringing nobody along. Ain't no need to be stringing nobody along. And I'm not the type that you like just divorce.
But
You better go get some counseling, go get some counseling or see what it is that's triggering those emotions that's going on with them, because it's something. Because if you've already met that person, it was something that attracted you to them that made you want to get married to them, that made you want to be like, okay, this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. Something must have took place within that time frame of you being so in love till you feeling like, I just can't stand them, I don't even want them around. Something happened, something took place, and you got to find out what it is if you really want that marriage to work. If you don't want to be that type of person that's moving from marriage to marriage to marriage to relationship to relationship to relationship. Because me, I tell people all the time. I think we had a conversation at work the other day, and then they was like, "Well, Sherman, well, everybody call me Moon. It's like, would you get married again?" I'm like, "Who, me? No, because I've been with him for like 23 years. So to get married again, I wouldn't do it. Excuse me, I would be single for a while. Because why? For the simple fact that I'm in my 40s and I don't want to get to know nobody again. I don't want to start all over again. I don't want to start fresh again. So he can act like a donkey if he wants to and be like, well,
oh,
I just want to go my separate way. I'm going to bid him adieu. I'm going to bid him Godspeed.
I do.
And I'm going to be like, you can't take not here but your clothes. So see you later. We just got to, we
Oh,
got to,
I'm taking more than my clothes.
what are you going to take? Your DVD?
Taking my TV, my DVDs, my happy wrap.
You don't shut your mouth. But you got it. That boy get on my nerves, man.
Okay.
Won't you stop?
You like even pretty bad.
Yeah, because you need to quit watching so much comedy.
My
But
old school, my new school.
but you gotta understand that if you get to that point in your relationship where you just don't want to be around that person, there's something that took place. I don't care if people try to deny it,
It's always
and they're
a
like,
reason.
nah, ain't nothing happening. It's just we done grow apart. All of a sudden,
Some girl apart.
y'all only been together for what, 2 years? Y'all done grow apart already. Was you ever connected? So you gotta look at the whole spectrum of what's going on. And I'm going to go back to Jack's question when about trying to figure out, that you ain't supposed to teach them. Yeah, it is. We can't believe everything that be on Facebook, because some people that post some things, they're probably single. They're probably single and don't know,
Don't like
how
to
to
mingle.
handle relationships, or they're not good with handling relationships, or they just spouting out things out of their mouth. So you got to learn how to take your time and learn your spouse, learn what they like and what they don't like, learn what they like to eat and what they don't like to eat. When my husband cooks, sometimes, let me tell you something, my kids laugh at all the time, because they know if daddy about to cook, we about to either have spaghetti or we about to have the chicken and dumpling thing, whatever.
Egg noodles.
Oh yeah, egg
Love
noodles.
some egg noodles.
That's the only two things he gonna cook.
That's not all I can cook, but that's what I like.
That's all he gonna cook.
Because I don't cook that often, so by the time I go to cook again, I want it again.
In 2 days.
I don't cook every 2 days.
So that's
I cook
like the
like
main
once a
things he
month.
cooks. So if he in that kitchen cooking, when the kids was in the house, they looking at each other like, Daddy cooking that noodles and that red chicken. Man, mama, you can't order no pizza.
That's why they can get out. That's why they getting out.
I laugh because
I got
I was
4
thinking,
out
like, you
and 2 to go.
can't order no pizza.
That was back in the day. She talking about back in the day.
Man, that was yesterday.
Back in the day. Oh, them noodles was banging.
See,
Them egg noodles.
I proved my
And it
point.
would have been even better if you hadn't used my second jar. I always have 2 jars of my Alfredo and use one of my Alfredo jars.
Who used it?
You
You're a
did.
liar, because I
Yes,
bought
you
those
did.
ones that I
No,
can't
you
live
didn't.
with. Where it came from?
You used it. 'Cause I had 2 in the cabinet when I went to make my
Anyway.
friends. How many of us
Anyway.
have them?
We're glad, to have you all joining us on tonight.
Hey,
this is how
phone
we
lines,
are.
phone lines.
Hold on, sir. This is
I'm
how
telling
we
you,
are
'cause you
all
gotta
the
know how to
time.
do it.
Some people think we put on a lot when we get on here, but it's not. I do have those days
from my shop.
when I'm like, I just really don't want to be bothered with Derek because he's just agging on my nerves. And the only thing I do is I go in my room. I go in the room, or I go sit outside. I like sitting outside, on my porch out here. And so I'm not at the point in my life where I feel like, okay, is there anything I could do to get rid of him? I ain't like some of the people like that movie I watched that day on Netflix. When that man just
don't kill me.
he done find a whole new girlfriend.
No, don't kill
And
me.
instead of him come home to his wife and say, "Listen, I got a
Don't kill me.
girlfriend. I just want to move on." Instead of him doing that, he killed the pregnant wife and the two children. So don't kill. Don't. I ain't gonna kill him. I ain't no way I'm gonna kill him. And if he try to kill me, everybody got my address.
I ain't got
Everybody knew
no
where
time
to
to be
be.
killing people because then I got to bury you. I got to drag your heavy dead body out
Yes.
to a hole, dig a ditch, and wrap it up in plastic. All the stuff they be doing on TV.
How you know how to do all of that?
Hey, that's what they do on TV. I ain't doing it. I ain't getting no. I ain't chopping you up, putting you in no. I ain't going to buy. First of all, I'm too cheap. I ain't buying the chemicals that's
And
going to
she
melt
did.
your body down. I'm not even going to, dig the ditch. I'm not going to set the fire.
Because he be not going that store and asking people say, what kind of liquid stuff I can get to burn a body? They're gonna call the police right on
because
it.
I know whatever it is, it's expensive.
They're gonna call the police right on it.
That's why I don't smoke. I don't drink. When people, they ask you stuff on applications and interviews and stuff, I'm like, you ain't got to go through the list because I'm too cheap for all that. I'm not standing online buying
Okay,
no
Whitney.
$50 box
Crack
of
is wet.
cigarettes.
I don't make too much money to
I'm
be
not
smoking
doing
crack.
that. I'm not doing that, man. They would have to have like some really potent 50-cent drug that you can get. Cause I'm not getting no.
What in the aluminum foil you
I'm
about
not
to smoke?
I'm not spending that kind of money. I ain't even gonna buy the glue to sniff the glue. It's too much. It's too much, man. You know the amount of money they be spending when you get hooked on drugs.
I didn't know you was this cheap.
Hey,
I should have figured it out a long time ago.
when I used to smoke,
ignored the red
I
flag.
used to smoke weed with people, but it was their weed. They got to buy it.
So you ain't buying that?
You want to put? I might have put in once or twice in my life.
Let me call my one
Cheap.
and ask. Let me
Cheap.
call Tony and ask.
They be like, Moon, you want a bid? We buy it. They, you know what? Yeah, that's why they used to give me the keys. Oh, Moon ain't drinking. He gonna drive back. Sure, give me the keys. Get my little dance on. Let's go.
I was one of the people that
I
ignored the red
was a
flag.
designated driver.
I should have seen all of this a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I forgot
when
you
he
like
had to borrow his granddaddy car.
I forgot
to come pick
you
me
like
up.
the drug dealers. You like dope boys.
Don't put people business in the screen. It's not funny.
Yeah. You lucked out. Got you a good one.
He not. He cheap. He is just like
I ain't cheap.
Chris
I bought them
Daddy
shoes.
on everybody.
I bought them shoes.
And I hated them. He's just
Discount.
like Chris Daddy on everybody.
Two
hates
pair.
Chris.
What's up with 2 pair of shoes? Ungrateful. Just because her toes might slide a little forward. So what?
What are you gonna say? Put some tape on the bottom of it and keep it from sliding?
Put a sock on.
A sock with some dress shoes. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in so far. We're 53 minutes in so far. 51 if we're going by the recorded time. And if you want to join us, you can give us a call at 843-648-2315. You can call right on in. We'll put you in. We can't go and click, and let you be on a live. You know how you let the people come in on the live? Because our camera is on that side, and then we have to walk from here and walk on the other side.
Too complicated.
So that's why we don't just, hit the join in the live video.
But
Hey, Travis. We
bump
don't do
that. Just call in. 843-648-2315.
Hey, S.
Everybody get to hear. Who?
S.
Who's that?
Renee.
Just call in. 843-648-2315. You can get on, get your comment put on. We got a real live phone line. We in the RPP studios. And you can
AKA.
and you can call in. You can definitely call in and be a part of the show. So that's what it is. In just a few minutes, we're going to go to our commercial break. Now, don't go nowhere. We got a whole nother hour of show after the break. We take a few minutes, get a little drink, buy a little snack, and then we coming right back with some more talk. We want you guys to join in the conversation. We're talking about joys and pains of marriage,
Yep.
right? So we talking about how communication is key. Y'all might got some tips that y'all can share that'll help somebody. So don't hold on to your tips and your questions and stuff like
Right.
that. And thank God for you guys. We appreciate you guys that are coming on and putting up your comments and stuff like that. Definitely, we appreciate that. Remember, we're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube as well. So either way, you can post up on either side. Make sure you guys do go by the
YouTube.
Truth Foundation Outreach Ministries YouTube channel. That's where we're streaming from. And subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all. And happy birthday to all you October babies out there. We are celebrating. Yeah, I heard. Yeah. And we got the 14th annual Holy Week coming up on the 31st. We are definitely looking forward to that. We're excited about that. We got the event on Facebook and everything. So definitely, we're going to get ready to take our quick break. We're going to take it at 5 till so we can come right back at 7 o'clock. Yeah. We're going to take our break.
While he getting the music ready, we have Holy Week on the 31st, but then on the 24th, my family, my kids and I, we throwing Derek 50th birthday party. So yeah, he'd be 50 in a few days. So we inviting you to come on out and join us right here at the house. We have a big barbecue going on out here. I got to go alert my neighbors. Let them know we're gonna be having a little noise going on over here. Let them know what's going on. But you're invited to come. Even if I didn't call you personally or was like, well, hey, you want to come? Listen, I'm inviting you. If you want to come, you're more than welcome to come. Just hit me up. I'll give you the address. Just hit me up in my inbox. I'll let you know where it's going to be.
All right, we're going to take our quick commercial break. We're just going to play a few commercials, and we're coming right back. We want you guys to be a part of the conversation.
Stay.
And while we're on this break, hey, call somebody, invite people, go down through your friends list, share the video, and get them into this conversation. It's a good conversation, and we want to hear from you when we come back.
When all we really need to do is listen to each other's views on things, cause that's the only way to maintain good. Sometimes we get stuck on our own matter. Sometimes you really need to clean, but you just don't have the time. So next,
if you had an event that you're planning and you need a DJ that knows how to keep the party going, a DJ that has great music selection and knows how to keep the flow, or look no further because Do It All Productions is here. Do It All Productions professional DJ service of the Low Country can provide your event with the music and style you desire. Whether it's a wedding, a prom, a birthday, a family reunion, or even a church event, we provide music of all genres, from gospel to pop and everything in between as long as it's clean. From country to classic, from soul to jazz, we provide the music that will make your next event unforgettable. Do It All Productions professional DJ services of the Low Country covers all of Savannah, Beaufort, and Charleston and all surrounding areas. Call today to book your next event by texting 912-312-7240 or 843-263-9358. When you call, ask about our additional service like event photography, videography, MC service, and event planning. Do It All Productions professional DJ service of the Low Country. Make the call and check one more thing off your list.
sometimes you really need to clean, but you just don't have the time. So next time, call the professionals of Squeaky Cleaner. Whether it's a light touch-up or a deep cleaning, the professional care and concern of Squeaky Cleaner cannot be beat. Call 843-263-9379 for your free estimate today. It could be one room or the entire house. No job is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, and church cleanings are available. If you're the type of person that knows that cleaning has to be done right, then you're the type of person that needs to call Squeaky Cleaner. Call 843-263-9379. That's 843-263-9379. Squeaky Cleaner. You live life and we'll clean it. No one likes to move, but it's a reality we all must face sooner or later. When that reality gets to you, let the professionals of Full Moon Moving face it for you. Full Moon is ready, willing, and able to meet all of your moving needs with professional care and timing that will always get you to your destination when you are supposed to be there. Call 843-818-3550 for your estimate today. 843-818-3550. Full Moon Moving when you know it just absolutely, positively has to be done.
Hi, my name is Chris Earsman, and I'm the Director for Infectious Disease at the Minnesota Department of Health. I know that COVID-19 is on everyone's mind. Slowing the spread of COVID-19 is vital for protecting our communities. Right now, it is important for people to cancel large gatherings and practice social distancing. And what this means is making sure that you're maintaining a distance of about 6 feet between people. Continue washing your hands, covering your cough, and cleaning frequently touched surfaces. Stay home when you're sick. I'll say that again. Stay home when you're sick. That is the most important thing. We know these recommendations mean disruption to your lives, but they are so important. We need to slow the spread of the virus so that we don't overwhelm our hospitals and clinics. Thank you for doing your part. If we work together, we can manage this situation. Ups and downs. Ups and downs. We've been together, seems like forever, and I wanna spend another lifetime. Cause it don't get much better, don't care about the weather. Oh, as long as I'm with you, I'm safe and warm. I'm happy that I'll spend the rest of my life with you. It ain't been easy, but we make it through our ups and downs. It ain't been perfect, but we're gone. And I love
Like
you
nobody tell him what it is. All right, turn it on.
And we're back. Thank you guys for holding on and rocking with us on today. People play too much. You got to be on guard. But we're talking about the joys and pains of marriage on this Love, Marriage, and Ministry. Those of you just joining us, it's our semi or bi-monthly talk show.
I'm looking at it, the aftermath when I did that. You look like a victim. You look like you've been getting abused.
I feel like it sometimes. Anyway, every first and third Saturday of the month from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., we pick a topic and we talk. Now, you guys, we told y'all early on when we first started this, you guys can suggest topics. If y'all want to inbox us topics you think we should take up and talk about, that would be wonderful. You can inbox either one of us. You can give us a call and we'll pick up that topic and talk about it. Because there's a lot of topics and things that we have yet to even touch on. And you guys be a part of the conversation. The phone lines are open. 843-648-2315 is the number to call to get your 2 cents in. And this is where your 2 cents is welcome. So you can definitely be a part of it, or be like most of everybody tonight, posting up questions and comments right onto the live page. And we appreciate y'all for that as well. Make sure that you share the video and invite somebody on in to be a part of what's going on here tonight. We're talking about joys and pains of marriage. We're definitely talking about, finding friendship within your marriage as well. You definitely got to be friends. Sometimes start out as friends and then things happen. Sometimes you start out as friends and then there's things happen. And when things happen, it might force a wedge in between you. It might have been some financial issues, might have been some infidelity going on, whatever it is. But these are things that do happen in marriages. But it's a choice whether you want to give up You know, they have these things that I didn't remember hearing about when I was younger or at a time when we got married. But you know, they got these things they say this such as a deal breaker. I don't know what your deal breakers are, but if you're going into a marriage, you got to understand what you're getting into.
Right.
That's why
Counseling.
counseling.
Like a contract. Like if you mess up, just a deal breaker. It make it seem like a contract.
Don't you have to sign a contract? Don't you have to sign a
No, I ain't signing a contract. I signed a marriage license.
Well, you got that's a contract.
No,
You break, yeah, that's a contract.
I don't look at it like that.
Oh, I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how you
Because
like to
when you
make
sign
it and put
a
it.
contract, you have like terms and conditions. So you're trying to tell me like with a marriage, you have
You
terms
set
and
your
conditions.
own terms and conditions. That's what vows are. When you set vows, whenever you saying to each other, those are your vows. Those are the terms and conditions of the contract that you're signing. Here's a contract you have to sign. It's a marriage contract. What do you, oh, okay. I bet you when you go get a divorce, you're gonna realize just how much of a contract you was involved in when the divorce comes.
But when you say it like that, and then you turn around and say
Don't
some
get
people
stuck on
have
the
deal
words.
breakers.
I'm
And
saying this
that's why
how
I
people
said-
put it.
That's what I was saying. When you say deal breaker and then you say contract, then that's why I say, well, it sounds like a contract if you have a deal breaker.
But even if you don't use the word contract, that's what it is. Because if we going into a marriage and we say, this is what I'm promising I'm gonna do for you, and you promising how you gonna love me, and we gonna say till death do us part. That's a contract. Those are when you saying those vows, those are the terms and conditions of the contract.
So can you just tear up the contract and it be null and void?
You can nullify a marriage
I'm
contract.
talking about just tear it up, then that's the end of that.
No, just because you tear it up. That's why. You know why? When you get married, you sign a contract. They give you 3 copies. 2 of them you got to take back downtown. 1 you can keep. You can put your little thing in a frame if you want to. But it don't matter whether you tear it up or not because it's on file with the government. It's a legal binding contract. That's why when you get married, whatever debt that person got, whatever credit that person got, you got that too. So when the car get repossessed, they calling both of y'all. Because if your name is on the contract, if that person dies, you inherit all that debt or whatever they got. They coming to you because you the spouse.
Yeah,
That's a contract. So whether you look at it like that or not, it's a contract, and it's a contract before God. So it's a contract legally. And see, this is what I'm saying. Because of these things, this is why you gotta get some counseling. Because you want to know who you getting in this contract with, who you doing business with. This is the marriage is a business. It's a business of raising a house. Don't we have to worry about budgeting, taking care of bills. This is a business. It's a business. It ain't like we getting like no check for it, but there's a business to running our home. It's a business to running our family. You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't think about it realistically, then you go into it with these cartoon fantasy ideas, and then you'll be sitting around looking for somebody to make you happy. Then you'll be sitting around looking for somebody to just know what it is you want, instead of you communicating and being part of and proactive in this business, in this marriage. I mean, come on. Like I said, don't get stuck on the words, people. Don't get stuck on the words when I say business, contract, deal breakers. These are what people use these terms. And they say it's a deal breaker. When people got money, I ain't mad at nobody that is a huge success and they meet a nobody. I don't care if it's male on top or female on top, and they meet a nobody, fall in love with them. I would definitely behoove you to get you a doggone prenup.
But you do what?
Behoove. I would behoove you to get a prenup. If I'm worth millions, you ain't got nothing but the clothes you walking in. Yeah, I'm love ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm gonna protect what's mine. Now, if we last, we might can do something with that prenup later on. Nah, let it stay.
Yeah.
Let it stay. Cause hey, people be doing some stuff. They love you today, they suing you tomorrow. Hey, if I done made it up there, now we came in broke and we built this together. Hey, we all in it. We all in it.
Yeah, because
But if I'm already a success and you just and you love me, thank you. But can you sign this, please?
Yeah, and what I was going to say on that part, because I'm gonna go, I really want to talk about the joys of marriage, but I want to just add into what you were talking about just now because I read with two different celebrities. I'm not going to call their names, but and they both had like similar cases. Like they were already successful
Mary J?
black women, and
Don't take
two
Mary J. Blige.
two successful black women already, well known, famous, and then they got married to people that nobody don't really know, and then at the end of the day, then because they mess up in the marriage, the dude messed up, and now they go on the female went and filed for divorce, but then she had to turn around and
Hey, yeah.
pay him money, for being,
You know what they say?
I know that.
They get in the court and the judge will give it to them because say, you got them used to a certain lifestyle. You don't have to accommodate your darn lifestyle.
Yeah, well, I read it. I read it just recently with two different, African American ladies, celebrities, and
And
that's
it's
what they
public
had.
knowledge. I
They
don't know
end
why
up.
you saying it like they watching our live and you don't
They
want.
might.
You don't
I'm
want.
famous on Instagram.
Who is it? Mary J. Blige and who else?
Don't worry about it.
Like,
Don't worry about
she's
it.
trying to protect
Don't worry
the
about it,
names of the
sweetheart.
innocent.
Don't worry about it. That's. But let me tell you,
I've heard there's some prominent
they
African
prominent.
American females that I won't call their names.
Prom.
Call their name.
You just want to know.
I don't care really.
But anyway,
Everybody
I want
prenup in me.
You got it. You signed that prenup, buddy. Everything is mine. Where I came, you ain't getting
They
a thing
prenup
from
in
me.
me.
But anyway, I wanted to talk about the joys of marriage because earlier we were talking about making memories in your marriage, and that's part of the joys in marriage. We sometimes we want all of our memories to be good, but it ain't always gonna be good. Sometimes we can go through some obstacles and we can get through those obstacles, and then we go along in our marriage, and then we can sit back and laugh and say, man, you remember that time we ain't had no water and we had to go to the gas station and fill up the coolers,
Yep.
And take water back to the house and different things like that. Sometimes people don't want to face these hard times in life. They just want everything to be good. They want everything to run smooth.
You won't leave somebody because you done fall on a little hard time.
You want everything to run smooth. You want everything to be A-OK. And then, I just feel like it's just, a waste of thinking, because you're going to fall on some hard times. You're going to face some obstacles and ups and downs. And in the midst of all of this, you can still turn right around and laugh at the situations that you went through, especially when you come out on top. We have to understand that obstacles, they come. They're going to come whether we want them to or not, because they're there to make you stronger. They're there to make you look at different situations and say, okay, let's go to God, or let's see how we can come on out of this one right here. And then on the flip side of that part, you got to learn how to make memories. Ever since we've been together, every summer we do something with the kids. We take a trip. We go somewhere. Yeah, we went nowhere. We was trying to go.
COVID.
And this man was so determined to still go on the cruise.
I lost my money. Don't talk about
that's
that.
all right. He was still determined to go on the cruise. And they had the COVID still going on. And then my kids was like, man, we ain't going on that boat, man. We ain't know what's going on. Or we're trying to get the COVID. But he was still determined to go. But this is probably the first year.
Cruise for the low too. Y'all messed that up.
Yeah, because they had a little
We'd have been going this week.
They had some COVID germs.
We'd have been going this week, though. Ain't no germ. There ain't nothing going on this week.
That's okay. We ain't gonna get in there and be a part of it. But
this
anyway,
week right here.
Yeah, but
we'd have been leaving. We'd have been in Florida this weekend. We'd already been down in Miami. I was gonna set up the.
Back to what I was saying. It's not your turn. Back to what I was saying.
You got
to learn how to make
get
memories.
The house. I gotta do the Airbnb.
You stale. You got to learn how to make memories with your family. You got to when it's summertime, we do something with the kids on spring break. For every spring break, we try to do something with the kids. You got to learn how to make memories. Go out, buy some board games. Go do something else besides just like, okay, let's watch TV. Let's watch a movie. Now, let me tell y'all about Derek. He loved movies. when new movies come out, he's like, okay, I want to go to the movie. You say, well, but let's go out. Well, where we going? I already know where he going. If he say we going out, we gonna go see a movie. And I'm like, this, I don't always want to go see a movie. I'm not the type of person that's like, oh Lord, just come on, let's go to the movies. No, most of the times I go and I go just because he want to go. And so like you heard him say earlier,
I got to
he'll
take her
just
to
go.
matinee because she could go to sleep.
You just go to the store,
Can't pay
because
full
I
price.
just want to walk around, or I like window shopping, or I just like going, in certain stores. And you're like, okay, well, let's go. So when he's like, okay, let's go to dinner and a movie. 9 times out of 10, I don't want to see the movie. I don't care what it is. No, I take that back.
I'm
It
about
was
to
a
say,
few
don't
movies
lie,
that
man.
I was like, okay, man, we gotta
Don't
go
lie.
see this. And then I know, what we're gonna do.
She
But
fell
I
asleep
said
on
that
Black Panther.
when the first time, let me tell y'all something. We was to the 9 o'clock movie. 9 o'clock? Really? No. My eye be heavy about 9:30, 9:45
Black
every
Panther.
night. But let me tell y'all something.
Don't send her no hate mail. She
You
all right.
gotta learn how to make
She
memories
saw it
and
on the
do.
cruise.
Do you hear me talking when you be talking?
Oh, you be talking?
You just gotta learn how to make memories in your marriage, because if you don't, you always gonna just do the same dry thing every time. And I wouldn't want to be
Oh,
like,
people drive?
every time we about to go somewhere, he's like, well, we going to the movies. I'll be like, brother, this all you know how to do. I don't always want to go to the
It's
movies.
a different movie.
So you gotta think of different things to do. And like I was saying earlier, go if you don't know how to play games, learn. If you go on people's job and this your first time,
Though. You do all around.
this your first time going on a job, you never been there before, you learn how to do your job. So learn how to play board games, learn how to play some cards, learn how to do some things. Like if you always got an excuse or reason why you don't know how to do a thing, that's because you ain't tried. That's because you ain't gave it a try.
You boring.
It's like you.
Charleston
I mean, when
boring.
you
You
want to
boring.
what is it that you want to do? If you the type of person that you just want to sit down and look at TV, or just be on your phone, or you just want to play the same games every day, that's boring. That's boring, because you got me confined to the house every day, all day. I don't want to do that. You got to be that person that says, okay, we're gonna make some magic happen. Let's do this, let's do that. And y'all see, if y'all be following us on Facebook, y'all see we like to eat. And so we see a new restaurant, mainly him. But if we see a new
If they
restaurant
on your page,
somewhere,
they see that because I don't be posting up.
I do. But they see us to a restaurant, as
on
Lady
your
Sabrina
page.
Brown.
I don't want them to think they're going to on my page to see that because they're not going to see
As
that.
First Lady Sabrina Brown, because all she said, every time I see y'all greedy tail, y'all in somebody's restaurant. But that's because we like to go and try new foods. I don't care what kind of restaurant it is. We looking at it. You're like, man, we ain't tried that one yet. Let's go try this restaurant. It's about what you want to do. It's about the memories that you want to make in your marriage. And me and the kids was talking the other day. I think it was me and Daquan. We was talking the other day, and he was talking about back in the days when we used to do this and we used to do that. And they always say, well, we had a good time. And right now, they all, if I say, okay, we're going on a trip, all of them they're gonna let their jobs know, hey, such and such a time, we're gonna be gone for about a week or so. And they don't mind traveling with their parents. Sometimes kids is like, man, I don't want to go on a trip with my parents. I don't want to hang out with them. Our kids are not like that. They want to go. They don't mind going.
Traveling
And
with us.
they,
Still don't hang out with us.
yeah, they ain't gonna hang out with us.
I don't want y'all to hang out.
They ain't gonna hang out with us.
Don't do that.
They ain't gonna do that too long. They gonna go out to
They're
eat
ashamed
with
of
us.
me and my chance.
Yes, they'll go out with us for a little while and go out to eat and different things. But they ain't gonna hang out with us like that. And be like, man, well, let's just go hang. Nah, they ain't gonna do all that. But they'll go on a trip and different things like that. But like I was saying, I don't want to seem like I'm rambling on. You got to learn how to make memories in your marriage. You got to figure out what works in your house. Whatever might work in our house, it might not work in your house. Whatever y'all do in your house, it might not work in my house. But you got to figure out what it's going to take to make your house work, make your marriage work, make your life work. I don't want to compare my marriage to nobody else's, not even no celebrities. No matter how bad I want to marry Will Smith, I'm not going to compare this relationship to the Smith marriage, because I don't want to get into no entanglement.
You will be swinging.
I don't want to end up in an entanglement.
In a throuple. What is it? A throuple?
Yeah.
You and
But-
Jada will be in a throuple.
All right. Me, Jada, and Will?
Right.
Yeah, baby.
Till other people start coming in the room.
What?
And you trying to get out.
What? Never
You
mind.
trying. Ain't no time out.
What I'm going to do?
Come on. Will. Wait a minute. Hey, when I was meeting Molly and Molly, wait.
I
heard the Lord say.
I just was playing. God dog, I want to go home. But if by chance you see this Will Smith, 113 on the first 12 months on. Anyway, but you just gotta
Will
do.
Smith would come to months going.
What you gonna do if he do?
You pull up on my door. You better have a check.
What you selling me like Martin? Concubine. You gonna sell me? Yeah. Anyway, I'll be sold. I bet you that. Go ahead.
See on ATL? Amen. Hey, in case y'all wondering, we don't have Pop-Tarts. My son, he's turning his bold. He goes and buys his particular groceries and keep them in his room. I went right in and got a Pop-Tart. He eating my food his whole life. Now all of a sudden this year, he started getting, she didn't even know how big a box he be getting. She been so surprised when you bring this big gigantic box out there.
That's that man's
Pop-Tarts.
snacks.
Yeah, it's our snacks. It's in my house. These our snacks.
What? What that got to do with what we talking about?
I don't want people to know I'm eating Pop-Tarts. I don't buy Pop-Tarts. I never have. Never bought a Pop-Tart in my life. Oh, but I eat them. You get them. So unless you trying to make me sign a prenup and say don't touch my Pop-Tarts. Anyway. What make me choke? Why you stop talking like you just want me to jump in?
Come on, you just trying to push them Pop-Tarts down your throat. That's why you ain't saying nothing. Y'all see me? I need to look at this. And it looks worse on this camera every time I look
do
up.
That. Why you been doing that? Well, you got it. Suck it in. Go put it on your body shaper.
No, man. But we're having a good time. At first, when I told Derek what the topic was going to be, he was like, he had the look on his face. I'm like, this the topic. So you gotta let them know, ladies. You gotta.
That's how you do it.
You gotta let them know. You know it. You gotta let them know, ladies. Don't try to rule you and put their foot on your neck.
That's her voice. She like you right there.
And put their foot on your neck and make you feel like you can't say nothing. I said it.
You finished? We talking about joys and pains of marriage. Hey, the phone lines are open. 843-648-2315. Some of the joys that I really love, being that we got kids, and we got 4 grown kids and 2 teenagers. What? With the eyes, I was like, wait a minute, I see something wrong.
To the next thing.
Like this next weekend when they do the party, I'll just be glad to have all my children home. I love them when all my children get together, even though nowadays, they usually find something to try to clown me about, and they all be laughing. I be a little tight about it, but I be proud at the same time because we a jokey kind of family. So when they be getting in them good ones, I be like, okay, you got me. My mouth was open. They get me sometime. But those are the times that we reflect on. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta spend time. We were talking earlier about sometimes you work real hard, and these jobs will drain you and kill you and push you aside. These jobs don't care nothing about your family. I don't care what they try to tell you. At their goal, it's not even their concern. And you can't look for them to, because that's not their concern. Their concern is making money. It's a business. They're running a business, and that's fine. But you have to be about the business of taking care of your family sometime as well. So you can't let these jobs run you dry. You working all kind of overtime hours, and you can't put in time with your family and can't put in that quality time with your significant other. You can't do that. You can't do that because it's not going to work. And at the end of the day, them companies will get rid of you When they fire you, when they let you go, when they lay you off, you think they say, well, we was gonna lay you off, but we know you got kids, so we gonna keep you. They're not gonna do that. When they have decided to let you go, your personal situation does not matter. This is what I try to tell people. Stop making them people more important than your family, because they are not making your family more important than their money.
Nope.
They don't care. They don't care. When it's time to fire you, they be like, well, we have no more use for you. Or we've downsized. We're downsizing. You know, they like to hit you with all that, and it's just a temporary layoff. Yeah, you ain't going back. Just get you another job.
Yep.
So don't do that at the expense of your family, because the family is important. Like I said, if family life is good, I can handle whatever's going on outside the door. Whatever's going on the job, out in the streets, I can handle that if I know home life is good. That's why I said, we always been like that. We don't mind being at home. You know what I'm saying? Home, as old folks say, home don't bite me. I don't mind going home at the end of the day. I don't feel like I got to go sit in the bar for a couple of hours to unwind. I don't need to drink half a pint of nothing to get my mind right. I got to do none of that.
Do what?
I get my mind right. People got to go and do something before they go home. I don't care. I just say that ain't been my experience. I ain't mad at you if that's what you got to do, but hey, I ain't never let a job stress me that much.
Right.
And I ain't never had my home life that depressing that I don't want to go home.
Right.
When people sitting around at your house, we're like, dude, it's late. You want to go home? No, just watch another movie. No, man, you got to get out of here. See, that's why I don't even really, when I look at stuff like that, I don't really want, them kind of friends.
And just be chilling.
Just be around
all day.
I don't want my door just popping open. I don't want Mike Lowry just busting up in the door.
Ooh, I do.
Nah, see? Hot in the drawers. I can't have Mike Lowry around here. Then I have to kill Mike Lowry. Then I'm in there on my mugshot with them. Because I done killed Will Smith.
Ooh, don't say that.
Now they got me on trial, celebrity files, and all kind of thing going on. Then Jada mad at me. And that little weird boy there is mad at me with his no eyebrow having line. Have a little crazy girl in her throttle, her all three of her. I don't know.
Why are you talking about the people like that?
Yeah, because they are turning out to be the weirdest black family ever. You notice that?
They not, and I'm never gonna.
They're going that way. They better stop.
Stop talking about the people and talking about what we talking about here.
Yeah, joys and pains of marriage. Yeah, we go through, y'all. Though y'all see us joke around and stuff, hey, we go through our little disagreements and stuff, and we be mad at each other, and snatching covers, and sleeping on the edges of beds, and that kind of stuff. Leaving out without giving the other person a kiss. You did that the other day. I bet you didn't point for that. Yeah.
I probably was running late.
No. You had attitude.
You did something. Or it ain't just
probably pass gas or something. It be the little things. You be just going off the deep end. But that's what it's about. Still my friend. Still happy to see her when she get home. Be right here doing my job.
You do be happy?
I be working. I be tired. I work 5 days a week.
You was petty tonight.
I don't know, man. But hey, let's talk a little bit about Holy Week, because we definitely want to remind them we're only about 2 weeks away.
Pretty much.
Yeah, about 2 weeks away from Holy Week. So we are definitely excited about that. If you're in the Charleston, Moncks Corner area, bring the kids by, man.
Yeah, man.
Bring them by. Let them come out and get some candy and some snacks. We have music and games. We're gonna have, how many game stations we gonna have?
Like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 game stations. So a lot of games for the kids to just have it's gonna be activities and stuff going on. It's not just get your candy and dip, but you can hang out if you want. If you want to get the candy and dip, you want, COVID safe, we understand. But definitely come by 113 Underbrush Court here in Moncks Corner. We're excited about that. 14 years, y'all. 14 years. This little lady right here has been giving up her birthday for the community, for the kids, and we've had some awesome
yeah, man.
Holy Wings. I think I think one of my favorite one. Well, I say I had two favorite ones. The one we had that year on Monson Street, where it was just yeah, we had the
Yeah.
block locked down. It was just we just had a block party that night, and then the one that we did at Burton Wells. I think that was the first one, right?
Because we
At
did
Burton
two.
Wells,
We did two. We did it.
we did the
Usually,
two part.
yeah. Usually, when I was in Buford, we did a 2 part
Come
because
on, man. Come on,
I got this.
give people your
We
attention.
did a 2 part Holy Weekend because we do what day where we celebrating with the grown ups, and then the other day we'll do it's just basically on the
I didn't know
kids.
that's what we was
And
doing.
what it was is uh we had like this obstacle course. That's the one you're talking about when we ran the obstacle course. Y'all, let me tell y'all what we did.
Burton
We
Wells.
went in the store and we was trying to find something because it was a Fear Factor. If you ever watched that
Yeah,
show
we did
Fear
Fear
Factor, what we did is a Fear Factor obstacle course, and then you had to run from one end of that Burton Wells Park to the other until the last obstacle
Carrying
was
the egg.
they had to drink this thing that we made, and carrying the
Yeah.
egg was a part of it was inside the obstacle, so that was the
Right.
last thing was drinking that, and
No,
we
they
went
carried
inside.
out the egg all the way through.
No, they did not.
They did.
You telling me about my thing, boy? When they got to the end of the obstacle course, we went to the store and we got some of everything you could think of. We went in the pet store and got some live crickets. And we put in this one here, put the crickets in the blender, blend the crickets up, or he either mix it up with whatever the drink was. It was spicy, it had hot peppers, red, it had
Pickle juice.
some of everything in it.
It had some healthy stuff in it, peanut butter and stuff.
And y'all, let me tell y'all something. Them people, I mean, we was giving out 100. What it was like $100 a team.
$100 a team.
$100 a
Four-man
team.
so $25 a team.
So they was running those. That was it. We just had some fun. We had the double dutch competition, and we played volleyball that day, and we played kickball, and we were just having fun that day. But that was the day where we were mostly, cooking out on the grill and celebrating and having a good time with the adults, so that on the 31st, we could do something just with the kids, And when we do something just with the kids, we have like different little games, or as we have face painting. That's for the kids that didn't have masks, because it was some kids that was like their parents just weren't able to get them a mask, so we paint their faces, and then we had different things like bobbing for apples, or we just had a whole lot of things, different races, three-legged race, balloon race, all these different things.
Stuff
And
you can't do in the pandemic.
yeah, but a lot of those things that we cut out, especially the bobbing for apples, to keep from spreading germs, because of quote unquote COVID. So a lot of the games that we used to play, we're not going to play this year, but we've got other games that we've substituted just for that time. But we got all the different games. We got different treats and stuff like that. Usually I go and I make a lot of the treats, but this time I'm gonna go to the store and buy a good bit of the treats. Some I might make here at the house, but then majority of them they're gonna be store bought. And then I thought about this the other day. I was like, we tell people, well, your treats got to be store bought. We be telling the parents that at the center, and it got to be store bought. But who's to say that the people in the store don't have COVID? Who's to say the people in the factory don't have it? You know what I mean? So for people to say, well, no, we don't want those treats because they were made in your house. Well, these was made in a factory, and in a lot of factories, the people was ending up with the COVID. So let's be real. But we have a whole lot going on that day. And we have a lot of food that's going to go on. And as always, we ask people, to help us out, donate some candies and different things like that. But we tell people all the time, people's like, no, well, we got our own thing going on. Well, that's fine, and I'm mad at you. If you say, well, Moon, can y'all donate a bag of candy? I sure would donate a bag of candy to your thing. We don't want it to be like, oh, we're the only ones in the world that have something for Halloween. No, if you got something on your side of town, have something on your side of town. We have something on our side of town. As long as we're doing something, productive, that we don't have. Hmm?
I said, we ain't got enough candy for the world.
No, as long as you're doing something productive, and the reasoning for it, a lot of people was like, well, y'all still celebrating Halloween. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna celebrate that day anyway because it's my birthday. Even if I wasn't doing Halloween and I was having a party, where you would say I'm celebrating Halloween,
Like your all white party when you was recording yourself.
actually, I would be celebrating my birthday. Uh, but it is what it is. Believe what you want to believe. But we started Halloween 14 years ago. To keep the kids off the streets from going door to door. Trying to get candy.
Gangs.
So that was the reasoning, and that still is the reason why we do Halloween. And where that's why we come up with one of those big old bins we buy at Walmart. We fill it all the way up to the top with candies, and we have more than enough, candy to go around. And believe me, we ain't trying to be like, oh no, I'm saving some of these candies, because 9 times out of 10, when I don't pour that candy in there, I'm gonna get me a few pieces out of there, and I'm gonna leave it in the house.
I'm gonna hit this candy.
So we're not trying to be like, oh no, this is for my kids. No, we don't do that, because my kids already know we're gonna make sure in the neighborhood or wherever we are, the community is straight, and then we give them some. So that's the whole reasoning and the whole purpose behind Halloween. To make sure that we keep the kids off the streets, from knocking on doors, because when we back in our days when we used to go trick or treating, it was good, it was fun, we had a good time. I used to trick or treat up until I was like a teenager, and I was still out there trick or treating. And then after a while, you would hear stories like, oh man, don't go to this house right here because they giving people raisins and the apples, and they have all kind of things like, oh no, don't go over there because when you go over there, they're giving you bad candy, or they had all kind of stories that was going on. So that was one of the main reasons why I was like, nah, we can kill all this noise and we can do something a little different. So a lot of people's like, well, it must be we started it in True Foundation. No, True Foundation is 9 years old. So we started it before True Foundation was formed. So um, um, we inviting you all to come on out. Those of you that are in the Charleston area, come on out and have it. Could you go to Facebook page and see what's going on? Come on out and have a good time with us. That's Instagram. I mean, YouTube. Isn't it?
Facebook.
But that's why we inviting everybody to come on out and have a good time, with us. Come on out and celebrate, and usually like you heard Derek say earlier, it's I give up my birthday for that day, but I try to do something maybe the day before Halloween, or I try to do something for me on maybe November 1st. But this year I've just decided that I'm just going to do a little something for me on the 30th, and go just have me a meeting. That's all I want to do. That's not much to ask for your birthday. So that's all I'm pretty much going to go do on the 30th. So hopefully, people will solicit, their finances and give me their money, so I can go have a meeting. But other than that, that's basically what Halloween is. And like I said earlier, on the 24th, we'll be having Derek his 50th birthday party. And like I said, inbox me for the address. He like to just shout it out, but I just don't be wanting to post up our address like that, But I'm still the type of person that, if I feel like you're an unwelcome guest, you could be right there. And we keep the blinds open till we about to go, and it getting dark and different things. So I see you out there. And if I knew you was coming and I'm sitting in there in my drawers, which I normally am, I'll be letting you right out there and knock. I'm like, you didn't know they was coming? No. Oh, okay then. And I'll keep right on looking at Orange is the New Black, because that's the new thing I'm trying to watch right now. But other than that, I tell everybody, inbox me. I'll give you the address. I'll tell you how to get here, all of that. If you have some candies that you want to give out, donate, and you want to get it to one of us, and you can't, or you don't want to take the drive and meet us halfway or anything like that, then you can cash app us. Send a little change. We're gonna go to it. I could send you back a receipt and show you that that's what I spent the money on. Some people's like, well, they might be wanting to spend the money on them. Come on, man, let's grow up. But that's what it is. We go and I go to Sam's, so I go to wherever I'm going, and I go load up on candy. But that's about it. Come on out to the 50th birthday party for this one on the 24th. We're gonna be starting at 5 o'clock. Five
Yeah.
o'clock. We're gonna be starting at 5 o'clock
What's that?
on the 20. Oh my Jesus Lord! What time you thought we should start? This ain't no kid's birthday party, but we gotta have it at 11 or 12 o'clock. You old. 5 o'clock is the time. People gotta travel and come this way. Ain't nobody going to get up out their bed no 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock and take no hour ride to celebrate him. 5 o'clock is the time. Bam. We'll be starting at 5 o'clock.
I don't like when you
Um,
handling me on this show.
yeah, that's right. If you want to come on out, come on out. And like I said, for anything, just inbox us. And I'm gonna put the Cash App up real quick, on the page. If you want a Cash App, for Holy Ween, I'll put it up there.
For Holy Week.
But if
Another
y'all
cash
come
app
to,
if you want to bless me.
but if y'all want to come to his birthday party now, I mean, when you come, gifts will really be appreciated. It is, half a century.
I don't think you need to say that. But this is what we do for those of you that might just be joining, or even those of you that might be watching this on a replay. This is what we do every first and third Saturday of the month. We pick a topic. Tonight's topic is joys and pains of marriage. We had some good comments that were put up earlier, and we've been talking about that as well. But we did want to take a few minutes and talk about Holy Week because it is coming up. We're about 2 weeks out from the 14th annual Holy Week for True Foundation Outreach Ministries. And it's one of those outreach times of big outreach events that we do every year. And we are definitely excited to be doing it for the first time here in the most corner area, which is Berkeley County. We're in a tri-county area here up in Charleston because you got Berkeley County, Dorchester County, and then Charleston County all together, grouped up together. So we're excited about it since we've been out in this area. A lot of children in the area, so we're hoping for a very nice turnout. I believe we'll have a very nice turnout. I'm sure people will be out and about that evening anyway, so we are excited about that as well. Last two we did was down in North Charleston, and they were very successful. So we thank God for that. So we're looking forward to just doing it all again. It's something we look forward to each and every year, and we are excited and want you guys to come out and be a part of it. And don't forget to catch us on the first Saturday. We'll be doing this again, Love, Marriage, and Ministry. And as we said earlier, if you guys want to suggest topics for us to talk about and for us to give us the topics ahead of time, if it's something we need to research, something we don't know about, I need to do a little research, a little reading up on. But if you got some good ideas for some topics for us to cover under the banner of Love, Marriage, and Ministry, we'll be more than excited to get into it and open up conversation on whatever that topic might be. Definitely want to put that on the books. If you got something, you can inbox either one of us and get that to us, text us or inbox us, however you want to do it, email, whatever. We're all over Facebook. And don't forget to check out the website of the church, www.tfoministry.com. The updated calendar is there for October, as well as upcoming events. Information about Holy Week is there, and information about the church as well. It's all there on the website. The website is just as old as the church is, and we're excited. We've got it updated for you. We got the video page, the spoken word page, and it's just a lot of interactive website that you can take a look at. And don't forget to sign in on the guest book as well. We are just really excited about what we're able to do as far as with social media and the website and our podcast, as well as being on Exquisite Internet Radio. A lot of doors that God has opened for us, and we just thank God for God allowing us these opportunities to just push forward in ministry. I think that's why we came up with this talk show, because it's a lot to balance between your life, especially when you're in ministry and you're married and you're working and you got kids it's just a lot going on. Period. When you have two working adults trying to raise your family and hold it down at the house, plus do right by God, by the mission and the vision that God has placed in your hands. It's a lot to have to balance, and you still want to find the joy to balance out the pain. So it can be very daunting. It can be very stressful at times, but if we're making it, you guys can make it too. We've been counseled before. We have counseled before. So it is very important, and we understand the power of communication. So we definitely try to keep our lines of yeah, but counseling is important because those lines of communication have to remain open, guys. Once those lines of communication start shutting down, it gets bad.
That's how you've been doing me, buddy.
You're so petty.
That's how you're doing me.
Anyway, we just want to encourage you guys, and that's why we take up the mantle that God gives us to come on the social media when we do. We definitely we just try to do right by what God has given us to do. It's not always easy.
You got it.
It's not always easy, but if everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, we definitely can.
Everybody like who doing what they're supposed to do. What you mean? What you mean, everybody?
I mean, you doing your job. You do your job, and I do mine, and we get it done.
So we the everybody?
Yeah. Whatever. That's all I got.
That's how you make people lose their train of thought. You trying to talk and they talking while you talking. And that's what he was doing to me. That's why I was doing it.
Good penny.
But we might be ending a little early tonight, like
no, we're not.
16 minutes early, because I'm pretty much done talking, because I have to do praise and worship tomorrow. I got to save my throat, and I got to figure out, some kind of remedy to figure out, how to get rid of this post nasal drip. This is a little off the Richter, but I got to figure out how to get rid of this post nasal drip. No, I don't. I had this for years now before it's some COVID. But it really bothers my throat. I have my throat like dry in the back, but it's always like mucus always still falling on it. But my throat got this little, like in a little area, got like a little dry spot that always make me say. But I got to figure out some kind of remedy, to help with it. But I'm pretty much done with talking. Like I said, I need to rest up my throat and different things, and of that nature. But we appreciate, everybody that's, joined us. At first I wasn't with, I'll be honest, I wasn't with, just doing this show first and Thursday. I'm like, come on, man, this is my only day to rest. This is my only day to relax. I get up early Sunday through Friday. I get up every morning, 5 something. So I was like, I wasn't with it. But once we started doing it, I'm like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought.
It's the Lord's work.
It's not as bad as I thought, or not as bad as, I was making it out to be. So, I enjoy doing it, even when I'm not having the best of days, I'm like, I got to shake it off and learn how to go think past, whatever I might be feeling or going through and do whatever it is, that we are here to do and whatever it is that we're supposed to do. So, I just thank God for the opportunity to be able to go live, because this is a new thing, for me to just be talking nonstop. It's a lot, but I can do it. I can do all things.
I don't see how people do when they by themselves.
Just talking.
It's all right because you're having a conversation, but I would be hard pressed to just
thinking of stuff to say.
Yeah.
Because when you with somebody else and y'all talking, you can draw off of one another and pull off of one another and be able to like comment off of the things that they say, and hold a conversation. But it's a whole nother thing, when you're just sitting there and just talking, and then it's something different when somebody's up there preaching because they're preaching a message,
No, I ain't talking about the preachers. But
that's what I'm saying.
People just be up there talking,
thing. Yeah. But but that's a whole nother story, because people can just get up and they can preach like that. But then to sit and just have a conversation like that, for a while, it's like you gotta have something to talk about, or either it probably can be daunting, So
Don't
we
take
did
long.
you.
What you say?
I'm done talking because I ain't got time.
What we just thank God for those of you who just take the time out, not just for this program, but anytime that we go live on social media. Those of you that join us and support us and pray for us, we just want to say thank you. We definitely want to say a heartfelt thank you to all you guys that support the ministry of Truth Foundation, even if you're not here with us physically, but you do support us when it comes to social media and our posts and different things like that. We do thank God for you. We thank God for all of our family and friends back in the Beaufort area who still yet support us. We say thank you. We appreciate. Huh? I'm talking about people on social media.
Oh,
What?
go ahead.
Stop interrupting. I'm trying to give a heartfelt thank you to all of you guys that are a part of the social media, whether it be Facebook, you Facebookers or you YouTubers out there, podcasters, whatever you're doing. We just want to say thank you. It means a lot to us
Thank you.
that you guys take time out of your busy schedule because you could be doing a million and one other things. And when you take time to be with us, to comment, to just peek in, we say thank you. We appreciate it. It does mean a lot to us. And we are praying that God continue to bless you guys, continue to let his grace and mercy fall upon you now and forevermore. We thank God for you guys. All right, we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap things up and get on off of social media. We appreciate those of you who have commented and been a part of the show. Don't forget to join us on the first Saturday of the month for Love, Marriage, and Ministry social media talk show. Like I said, it's an interactive talk show. So your questions and comments are always welcome. All right. I want you to be blessed. And don't forget to join us in the morning for the Lions Den broadcast ministry. All right. We got to go, y'all.
Thank y'all. Love y'all.
Like we two can try to fight and lost the turn. When all we really need to do is listen to each other's views on things. Cause that's the only way to maintain good love. Sometimes we get stuck on our own love. Just this way, on the table, listen to one another. We made it strong. We're going to make it this far. Walk away, and we know sometimes it was hard. But we stay together. We can fall apart. Now we can sit back and laugh of all the things we didn't have and how far we came. But we have got to thank that. And I'm glad you stood by me even when I was in myself. You still know me better than anyone. Sometimes we get stuck on our own love. Champions letting us listen. And the table listen to one another. We made it this far. I'm going to make it this far. Walk away, even though